So it says here, woman gives birth to brother's baby. To her brother's baby. This is disgusting. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Woman gives birth to her brother's baby. Oh, yeah.
And guys, yeah, this shouldn't be too ridiculous, right? Pretty tame content right here. Pretty tame title. You know, it wouldn't... this shouldn't be too ridiculous at all.
October 8th, 2024, and officers from the village police department arrive at a home in search of 3 individuals, a mother, father, and their adult son.
Oh, wow. Looks like a swell family already. Hopefully, the woman in question is not a part of this happy little
The
family.
family are about to be arrested after a disturbing discovery was made at a local hospital some months earlier in the summer. An 18-year-old teen with an intellectual disability, the daughter within this family unit, had given birth to a child, and believe it or not, the baby's biological father was her own brother.
Is this the brother right here? Are we really about to get into some sweet home Alabama
The adult
shit?
son.
Guys,
From here.
I mean, whenever I see homes like this, hey, much like how you can judge a book by its cover, right? A person by how they look like. You can judge, typically outside of old people who can't take care of their yards, you can judge someone's home, the way they keep the front of their yard, and typically gauge what type of people live there. Not gonna lie. Look at this. I mean, everything just looks dirty. Even the door. What's going on? The doorbell's off. The doorbell's crooked. Holy shit. Like, look at that. Like, everything just looks like it's a trap house. What the hell?
Good.
Yo, is that legal? Can you just drag somebody out their home like this? I don't know. I'm not a
If that... Most likely if they have a warrant. They probably have a warrant for his arrest.
I think shouldn't you like say we have a warrant out for your arrest? Maybe I don't know what happened. Probably
Maybe bro Ray knew this.
his body cam, but
Hold on, just relax. Just relax, Nathaniel. Relax.
so this is the kid or the 18-year-old young man. He's an adult with a intellectual disability. They say.
Hey, Tamika, come on.
I doubt it.
Come on. Hey, sorry, I got one more.
Moms,
Come on.
and this is the mom right here. She looks confused. Where do we think is this in the deep south, guys? Where?
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He's going to school. He going to school. He's gonna be a scholar and shit.
Do we think this is? Somewhere in the south, Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia. Hey man, the mom looks kind of slow too. I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, when the son looks slow, the parents look slower. That's usually what happens. That's usually what happens. Like I said this way back. I forgot what video it was, but I said when the kid is stupid, you figure out the parents are stupider. 9 times out of 10, straight up.
That's her uncle. You got
She looks slow too. She looks slow as fuck.
That's what you're
She's slow as molasses.
You're Tamika, right?
It's now setting in. It is now setting in.
Yeah, 50 packs of cigarettes every day, man. The 50 packs voice, the cornbread arms, and the dilapidated workout machine in the front yard.
Is that what we call it? Cornbread arms? Holy shit! I didn't know there was a name for this. I did not know there was a name for this particular arm. This type of build of arm. It's called cornbread arm. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
For me, okay?
I'm trying to pass out.
I'll tell you. For child neglect. Yep. Did you 2 dollars in the house?
Damn, bitch! Did you drink the whole ashtray when you came outside? Holy fuck! What the fuck? I thought it was all lunch ladies' arm. I thought that too. Well, I call it lunch ladies, but like, holy shit. Yeah, Richard. Yes, Richard from Gumball is much faster than this. What the fuck? That bitch's voice sounded like she just drank the whole ashtray just now.
Okay.
Okay, so it seems as though the hospital identified, I don't know how they did this, but they identified maybe the sisters, they have intellectual disabilities too, and I want to know if there are multiple children in the house of hers that have intellectual disabilities, why that is. But yeah, clearly the brother, I'm going to assume, was, having activities repeatedly with one of his sisters, and yeah, they identified that she probably disclosed that, when they asked who's the father, and she said, oh, my brother.
Yep.
Yeah, ma'am.
Like, what is that? 3 in custody. Come on.
Allowing your kids to...
Yes, allowing your kids to fuck should be a form of child neglect. What the fuck? Like, think that to yourself. You allowing your kids fuck around with each other is a form of child neglect. You didn't see that happening in the Slayers, ma'am? Come on. Come on, lady. I bet you know what price of what cigarettes is, but you don't know the price of what your kids are doing in the house. I'm pretty sure. What the fuck? Like, what do you mean child neglect? Yes, it should be child neglect when you don't pay attention to what your kids are doing. Holy shit. Now you gotta have a mutant-looking, slow molasses-ass, I don't know, what do you call it? Grandkid. Right, under your own roof. One thing you're not there is another thing. What the fuck? You're gonna have yourself a mutant child, and it's probably gonna be slow as fuck, like a duck.
Come on.
With web feet and shit. The fuck?
That's fine. You got an arrest warrant.
Kids are into some forbidden jutsu ass shit. You're not paying attention to your kids?
Yeah, so the son is slow, she's clearly slow, it's within the family, running in the family.
Yes. Actually, when you look at him, bro, you look like he's kind of missing some chromosomes. I'm dead serious, and this is not really an attack on people who happen to be on Down syndrome, but you can look at him apparently and say, okay, he's kind of slow. Come on, man. When you have these type of problems, you have to put extra care into these kids. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, he looks like Ugly God. No shit. And Ugly God was kind of slow anyway. They look like Ugly God, bro. You can't tell me. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, bro. Damn. Hot sweet Jesus. They could be brothers. I'm not even kidding. They look like brothers. See, I'm gonna make that bigger. Hold on. Make that bigger. Just to show you. Yeah, they could be brothers. No shit. God damn. Okay. Hey, the slow be looking like slower. The slow be looking like the slower. Oh, okay.
Son is slow. She's clearly slow. It's within the family, running in the family. Guys, it's illegal. Incest is illegal because it's dysgenic behavior. You're decreasing the overall IQ of the population. You can't have people who are related to each other, even cousins who are distant, even reproducing with each other. That's not only
He said this is his brother, unattractive deity. Unattractive deity. I like that one.
disgusting, immoral, but quite literally just dysgenic behavior. Mental cognitive disabilities decreasing like 2 standard deviations below that of the average IQ, which is 100. Physical deformities, the whole lot.
Bro, Maury, I'm telling you, bro, you saying that is gonna offend some fucking idiot. Some degenerate idiot, probably even liberal person, is going to say you're being very judgmental and evil towards people who have disabilities. This has nothing to do with people with disabilities. This has to do with people doing horrible things that they shouldn't be doing, who just happens to be slow. Because there's people who are not slow and still do shit like this. Nope, it's not effective for business at all. Like, what the fuck? Like, some moron is going to watch this video, hear what Maury says and what I say, and say, we're being judgmental or some type of phobe or some type of I don't know, ist or some type of buzzword because we're offending the degeneracy of degenerate people who are doing degenerate things. They happen to be slow. Doesn't mean that people are slow are going to be doing shit like this. Those are different. Yeah, it's essentially giving people a heavily restriction, right? That's fucked up. Slow as molasses. What the fuck?
You take a sip of water here, because I'm gonna need it. Okay, through the magic.
I'm not saying you did, but I got a warrant for you, okay?
Through the magic of editing, here we had a better shot of the mom and
Yeah, she's slow as shit. I seen bricks faster than this one. A cinder block can do math. He ain't do nothing.
Officer J. Kingery.
Anybody small, you want me to put him in the middle?
Oh yeah, she may have been a victim
The kid's gonna be like Macho in that tub. Yep.
of incestual activities from her parents as well. I'm just saying.
So he's got a warrant for child neglect, felony warrant. You got a felony warrant for child neglect. He's got a felony warrant for.
She looks drunk though, so that may be.
No, he's talking too fast. She's not drunk. She don't even look drunk. She's actually trying to compute. He's just talking too fast for her software. That's the problem. The speed he's going is AI powered. Where she's going is like Windows 85 or some shit. I'm dead serious. She's not drunk. She's probably not even on influence. She's really actually trying to compute what he's saying. He's just going too fucking fast and talking. That's how. And I'm not making fun of her. This is really just people. We know people like this, and not because they're from the South. I'm dead serious. Or even if they're black. The fact that we know someone who is white, black, probably even Asian, Native American, who has some type of, something's not right with them. Something's not all right in their mental space. Something's not right with them intellectually. Somewhere downward, somewhere, it has nothing to do with their race or their gender. For a fact something's wrong with this one. For right? I would too. Shit, I would never want to be no cop. Fuck, I have to deal with shit like this.
Be the case.
Intersexual something or another, okay? So you all three got warrants. That's why we're here.
She don't know.
Put the warrant out.
Oklahoma County. They put it out September 25th. They've all been confirmed.
September 25th.
Yes, ma'am.
My caseworker didn't let me know nothing about it.
Wait, probably a caseworker for a completely different thing that's unrelated.
Her caseworker didn't let her know anything about it. Bro, what? Yeah, some people are not meant to have children. Some people are not meant to be parents. Some people are just better off being single. Some people are, I don't think there's a lot of people should not have children. Yep. Holy fuck.
To what is happening now. She's so slow, she doesn't even understand that
Then-
incest,
yes.
like letting your children do what they did, quite literally illegal. It's a federal crime, isn't incest federally illegal for obvious reasons?
They may not know.
Right now, I'm going to court right now to get my daughters back.
I got you. Well, that's the civil side, right? Getting your daughter
Okay.
back is child protective services. This is the criminal side. So
I wonder if this is related to other like abuse type activities and this new criminal.
Oh yeah. Usually is. Yeah, it is. It's never like one. Like I see. The thing is, what people don't realize, it's never like one wrong thing like this that happens. This is just the biggest one that was obviously seen. The birth of Spooderman. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this. Something like this is just not happening one time. This is something that has been going on for a while. And then there's other things that's on top of it. You'd be surprised. A lot of sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. It's usually what it is. It's everywhere just one wrong thing, and then we just in this catastrophic situation. No, it's usually connected to other little other catastrophic things that makes this bigger catastrophic thing. This is just the biggest, most obvious one. But if we go down their history, you're gonna find a lot of bullshit, drug use, abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, just a horrible amounts of abuse and stupidness and neglect. I'm dead serious.
Stuff is related to what is basically happened to her daughter having her brother's child. Oh man, he doesn't even have shoes on.
And I wasn't.
Okay. Hey, Junior, scoot over, man. I gotta put your mom in here too.
Is there enough space?
I'm not saying.
Bro, this is like Hills Have Eyes type shit. You guys saw that movie? Whole bunch of like hillbilly incestual freaks living
yeah.
deep like in the mountains or something.
Yeah, we've seen the scene. If you as young as I am and you saw this movie, you saw the scene. If you saw the unrated version, you saw the scene. Actually, there's 2 movies of that type of scene. Don't put them in the car in the same car.
They were cannibals too.
Hey, get up and
There she is. Oh my god.
Where'd you do that?
Listen,
They won't give you a county. You have to get that county. It's on the dress.
Holy shit, does she have blue eyes?
Like in the mountains or something. They were cannibals too.
Hey, get up and
There she is. Oh my god.
Where'd you do that?
Listen,
They won't give you a county. You have to get that county.
Oh, I don't know if she has blue eyes, but there's like light.
It's on the dresser. Where's your dress? So I'll walk in the door. Where's it at? What she
you
got?
see it? It's right there.
Right as I
The bitch has long nails. This bitch got long nails. This bitch got long nails. Don't trust y'all. I don't trust you bitches with the long fuck ass nails. Like, I know y'all slow, you have long nails.
he's out of line, but he's right.
Like straight up, this bitch got long nails. Look at those claws.
The accounting, you have to get that account. It's on the dresser. Where's the dresser? It's all
The bitch know how to get long nails, but she can't oversee what her children are doing. And no, I'm not saying because you have long nails, you're just all evil or some shit. But it's usually highly associated. Y'all are very dense. So if you are a girl and you have like a 4.0 and you have long nails, good for you. You're the minority. I ain't talking about you. So fuck off. But if you know a bitch slower than molasses, and you don't know a bitch who's slower than molasses has long nails, you know who I'm talking about. It's probably your sister, your mom, your aunt, your cousin. Fuck the dog, the fish, your female pastor somehow. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
walk in the door. Where's it at? What she got?
That's it. It's right there.
Right as I walk in the door?
My room is right there.
If you don't have a medicine, you won't have a heart attack.
They'll give her.
Look at that face. Ash. It'll taste like ash and soot. Soot ash flavor because her voice is gone. Her voice is gone. She's been nothing but taking cigarettes. Cigarettes, drinking just the ashtray. I'm dead serious. If you hear her voice, I think you came a little after that. If you hear her voice, groggy as shit. You can't even figure out what she's saying. Her voice is so destroyed because she's been smoking for so long. God damn, bitch. Yeah, I can see the resemblance between both the mom and the boy. Holy fuck.
Medicine account, okay?
Oh, man.
Which one?
This bitch got fake eyeglass. Oh my god. At first I thought she had blue eyes. I started realizing she has fake contacts on.
If you don't have a medicine, you won't have a heart attack.
They'll give her medicine
This bitch got fake. It's always the slowest people with the shit on them. Sitting there without the rela.
account, okay?
Oh, man.
Which
This bitch got fake blue contacts on with long nails.
one's a housekeeper? Anybody know?
The whole family's in there, bro. The mom, the son, the dad. Like, guys, this is why you don't have children with, like, family members. Like, shouldn't this just be a natural instinct, like, repulsivity to not do this? There should be, like, a...
Well, no. Yes, but there's a scientific thing where okay, so there's a, I don't know those who are gonna watch this video. I'm not 100% on it, so don't try to like quote me on everything on this. There is a pheromone that girls give to their, there's a pheromone that girls give that repels their fathers, and then there's a hormone that boys have that repels their mothers, right? But I think what happens is that when you're, I think this also happens with people who have Down syndrome. I could be wrong with this. So don't quote me on this. So don't take it as a form of like either hate speech or even factual. But this is what I've heard. So don't take this as like a medical like advice. But this is what I've heard. There's like a certain hormone that boys give that makes their mothers feel repulsed by them, like their sweat, their stink. You know what I'm saying? And there's a pheromone that girls give that repels their fathers, like sweat and all that shit, right? Now I think there's a thing saying if you are missing certain chromosomes or certain certain strands, it can bypass that, and it doesn't see the person as like someone to repel like a family member. Right? So, given that how slow the boy is, you can see that he's missing some type of form of chromosomes. Not completely. He's not completely like Down syndrome. And he look like he's missing a few. He's not missing all the much for him to look like the typical Down syndrome appearance, right? So, because of that, no, it's not a smell. It's not a smell that you can smell like you're smelling pizza. It's like a smell. It's like a biological thing. It's hard to explain. But it's a typical smell, but it's not a smell like you can just smell it. But like if someone's sweating and you smell your brother, you know he smells like ass. You're not gonna feel attracted to it because let's use an example. I don't want to use this example, but I'll use the example for the sake of what I'm talking about. So my ex and I, when we were together, whenever I were working out and stuff, she said I smell like tangerines. To her, this is not with no fucking perfume on or cologne or anything. When I would work out, doing my workouts, and she was around and she smelled me, she said I smell like tangerines. But to my sister and my mom, I smell like total ass cheeks. That's what that is. So that's what it was for her, because I'm getting a hormone that makes her pheromones go crazy for me. But my hormones to people who are like DNA close to mine smells like ass. Okay, you think that makes sense? Okay, it's like that. So, yeah, but the smell is my aura. So my smell to her smell like tangerines, but the smell to my mom smell like ass. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's like that. So if you're missing certain like chromosomes, I think it might bypass that because you don't have like the chromosomes or DNA that's like in strand that's just rising. Like that's like normally intact. So the attraction might be more likely to happen between because you'll be more likely attracted to your cousin than you would to be your sister. Because even though you and your cousins have some form of blood, you're not totally close. Does that make sense? So like if it's like a cousin who's like it's your dad's brother's daughter, that's your cousin, right? You're still gonna have some of like you're not gonna be attracted to them, but it's a possibility you can be because they're not totally like your sister, your mom, and your dad. They just have some form of DNA towards you. But you may have a form of attraction to them, depending, right? But you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yes, there you go, Nathan. You got it, bud. It's like that. But to your mom, you might smell like total like dog shit. I'm not saying you're dog shit. I'm just using it as emphasization. So for those who are gonna rewatch this video, it's kind of like that. Yeah, when working out or when you're like playing the video game or something. So when you're playing a very competitive game, you're sweating and shit like that. You're not really sweating like that, but you're like you're sweating, you're trying to win. But like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what that is. So for those who are gonna rewatch this video when I repost this video, don't take my advice as like factual or anything, but this is what I've heard. So this is not something I can say is like a factual thing. You've been told you smell like grapes, right? You've been told like fruits or some type of food or something like that that makes them feel, it's like a comfort thing, right? But to your family, you smell like total ass. Is like what it is. Because in closer of DNA, the more likely you're gonna smell it. You're gonna be like, ugh, it's putrid, ugh, disgusting, right? But if someone's far away in DNA from you and they have certain hormones or pheromones, depending on whatever gender, they're gonna be more attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because of the physicality of what they see; it's what they also smell. Because there's girls who've seen guys who are attracted, but they're not totally attracted to them. They're attracted to them based on their physical appearance, but they don't have that biological chemistry, that smell, that aura type, pheromone, hormone thing going on. So that's what that is. So this is why people who are slow shouldn't be, you'd be very careful of them. I swear somebody told me I smell like grapes and salt. Yeah, that's why, yeah. Because, yes, thank you, bro, genius, bro. This is why you're a mod. This is why your girl will take your hoodie. Because the hoodie is not what they want. It's the smell that's on the hoodie. So even if you were sweating and said hoodie, she might likely still take it because the smell on it has the whatever hormones on it that makes her go crazy over you, right? So they'll keep it on, they'll go to bed with it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Yeah, that's a affectionate inkling that they love your smell. If your girl's not taking your hoodie or at least trying to wear your shit, she probably fucking someone else. Like straight up, are you kidding? If she's not trying to take your clothes, she ain't fucking with you like that, big dog. She ain't fucking with you. It is what it is. I'm sorry. If your girl ain't taking your hoodie, you're kind of fucked. Yeah, it's like over the floodgates. It is what it is. So yeah, this is why these type of things happen. This is why people who happen to be like missing certain DNA chromosomes, you should be not wary of them because they're bad. No, they're just slow, so they're going to do certain things, and they're going to be more likely to be on their urges than someone who's more naturally capable to do that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you don't watch your children, who you know is slow. You know you're slow. You got to watch them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Very much so.
Natural aversion to participating in this type of behavior. But alas, here we are. These people can vote, by the way. They can influence our elections, our policies.
Yep, that's the scariest part.
Like, taxpayer money is going to these people, funding their lifestyles, by the way. Anyway.
Yes.
I came back too fast.
And these people will be on welfare for so long, and they'll have a bunch of children. There'll be a bunch of children. They'll have a bunch of kids. They stupid as fuck. And then what's wild about this, most poor people don't leave the area they're in. So what'll happen is, if they're fucking around and having a bunch of children, like say a dude's he's fucking a bunch of women in the same local area, and he's not being truthful on who he's fucking, those kids will end up fucking each other. So that's what happens, and they don't even know. There's many videos of people saying they found out that they're either cousins or they're close in blood because their parents, or mostly their dad, was not being forthcoming on his activities, and because he was not forthcoming on his activities, these kids will end up being in the same schools and not knowing that they're fucking their brother, cousin, or some bullshit because you know what I'm saying? It's their brother and or sister because their dad didn't do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Or their mom's not being forthcoming, or whatever case may be. And most of these poor people don't leave the area they're in. They stay there for generations sometimes. So like it's horrendous, and they're slow as shit as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's horrendous. I do not advocate this type of behavior at all. And stop fucking around. Stop doing that. You're gonna ruin people's lives. Family reunions are very important. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They probably can't. No, they can't. Because of shit like this, and they end up staying on welfare for so long, they get so used to being in the system, them getting off the system's like a death sentence.
I came back too fast. I should have left. I was on my way after that. It's my child. Child.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Come on down. He's down at the county.
What county?
Yeah, he lives down.
You know,
They're all in the car. They're all in the car. They're not even talking about what the boy did. They're all in the car talking about everything but what the boy did. That's how stupid they all are. Bro, they are talking about everything else but why they're in the car. Oh my god.
what's crazy to me is how like these people don't understand that what they did is quite literally disgusting and illegal across the.
That's crazy, bro. They're not even talking about what they're in the car for. They're not even talking to the son for what he did. They're just talking about everything else but what they're there. What the fuck?
Board for like I think most civilized worlds or most civilized cities, for most civilized societies in the world, countries, islands, nation states, regions, quite literally illegal, disgusting, and reprehensible.
I'd be looking at them Somalis. Somalis be about this life a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Behavior. Even one person in the comment section highlighted said that something tells me this isn't the first generation where incest happened. You can obviously see it. Another person said,
bro, you can obviously see that's not the first generation. Yep. Damn, I don't want to live in Alabama. Fuck, most people want to be in the South.
if your son got your daughter pregnant, then you have neglected all of your children, man. Another person said, what in the wrong turn am I watching? Another person said, I honestly think the whole family suffered from some mental difficulties. Obviously, yes. That stems from incest activities. Here we go, here we go.
$5,000 bond?
Why you got the bond like that for? For what?
Who's gonna tell them?
You guys what the charges are? Yeah.
So they're confused. They were talking for a while. I skipped over all that bullshit. But now the officer is going to reveal to them why they had a warrant out for their arrest, why they got arrested, and why they're heading down to the precinct.
So parents got a child, and then he's got sex with an adult.
He's an adult. That's one adult.
Come on, Pops, you know you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you right now. If your parents are slow, you're doomed. If your parents are actually fucking slow, you are doomed. Because you're more likely to repeat the shit they do and worse. You hear what the father just said? This fucker just said he's a man now. Bro, did you not raise that boy to do what he's doing? Like, that's why you're in cuffs. Go back. Look, listen what he says.
That bullshit. But now the officer is going to reveal to them why they had a warrant out for their arrest, why they got arrested, and why they're heading down to the precinct.
So parents got a child, and then he's got.
Okay, he said. Wait.
For what?
He's gonna tell him.
What you guys what charge?
Well, you guys. What are the charges?
Yeah.
So they're confused. They were talking for a while. I skipped over all that bullshit. But now the officer's going to reveal to them why they had a warrant out for their arrest, why they got arrested, and why they're heading down to the precinct.
Okay. So your parents got child, and then he
Parents got child, and then he's got with an adult.
got sisters with an adult. And then the father says, "Well, he's an adult." What the fuck?
He's an adult. That's one adult.
Come on, Pops, you knew your son, or the stepson, I don't know the dynamic of his family, was engaging in these activities. Like, you can obviously tell when there are two, a male and a female.
Yeah, they can't, they can't roam society unattended. Yes, for real, I mean, they get released from that. You're right, you said I'm a male and female.
In a house, you knew your son, or the stepson, I don't know the dynamic of his family, was engaging in these activities. Like, you can obviously tell when there are two, a male and a female in a house participating in these activities. It can only be held a secret for that long. Like, you already know the vibes. Like, you can already tell.
Has to do with that case the investigators were working on.
Oh God, he's just an adult. What?
I've never neglected my kids.
Ma'am.
I never neglected my kids. All right, I'm still lost. What the fuck are they? Okay, so to give you a quick rundown, Nathaniel, the cops came for the warrant for the boy. The boy was known. He's 18 now. They found out that he was having relations with his sister, his literal biological sister, not a stepsister. And even if it was a stepsister, I'm pretty sure it's half sister. But like, say it's his biological sister. She's pregnant. He's 18, so you know what age she is. She's underage, and that's against the law. That's 1 and 2. This is degenerate behavior because, well, they're close in blood, and he's an adult. And the adults that's in the house are just as slow, and they neglected to know that their grown son was having relations with his sister. I think she just learned that word just now. Then how did you get there then? wait, what do you mean? Let me see, ma'am. And then she's complaining because she's getting arrested. The parents are getting arrested because it's a federal, I believe, act to do something like this because you are actively, like you said, you are actively deforming someone, mentally fucking someone up, and also making their IQs lower than they can be, and they might be mutations and a bunch of other problems that's going to give them a lot of issues in the long run. So you just personally made your grandchildren or your grandchild right now to be mentally deficient for the rest of their lives because you couldn't watch your son and your other slow children. But you're slow, so like this is kind of expected to kind of happen to a degree. But this is not first generation people. These look like second to third generation individuals. I'm dead serious. These feel like third to second generation at least. I'm gonna say third.
You're letting your son and your daughter procreate is quite literally neglect. Like, this is like top 3 neglect in the world. But she's so, like, look at her, so slow. IQ probably sub 80 or some shit.
I'm just doing my job.
He said sub 80.
Right?
No, he's just doing it. Yeah, he ain't doing a job. There's nothing he can do. He's just doing a job, bro. I understand that.
So is he saying I can't get out?
I mean, you got to put the ball. It's usually 10%. So parents, you got 500, he's got 2,500.
500 for me, 500 for her.
And it's usually 10%. So 10% of 5,000, 500.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I think you see sub 80 is a crazy number, but like I'm gonna be below. I gotta be below 80. I'm so average. They don't need. You know what? I think this should be applied to all parents, no matter what the kid do. I don't even care about I'm not saying I don't care, but I'm saying I know this is a horrible act to happen, but think about it this way. I wish this was applied to all parents when your kid is doing YN behavior. If your kid's out doing YN behavior, selling drugs, fighting people, harassing the community, terrorizing everybody, doing things to girls, doing things to his fellow man, where a case may be, or doing things like this, I think instantly parents should be hit with a neglect charge and instantly go to jail. Because you're not gonna have the mom say, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. He going to school. He gotta be a scholar one day. No, bitch. If you knew that, he should be in a home doing his scholarship. Why is he out doing gangbanging? What the fuck does that mean? He's gotta be a scholar. Fuck that. He ain't no scholar. If anything, he cheated. He probably asked the Asian kid to do most of his homework. Fuck you. Or the Jewish kid. Either one. Fuck you. Straight up. Anyone who says this shit, say my kid didn't do nothing, y'all X, Y, and Z, he's a little terrorist. We all know he's a terrorist. The school, like Rakai. You see how Rakai is? You know how everyone questions Rakai's intelligence? Right there. If everyone can question your kid's intelligence, you should go to jail. Your kid should be that stupid, beyond anything. Fuck you. Yeah, scholarship in prison, right? Straight up, this is crazy. Like, I honestly believe if your kid is doing gangbang shit or shit he or she shouldn't be doing, you should be instantly charged for whatever they do. Actually, twice as much. This is scholarship. Really? Is that? No. You gotta be kidding. First grade. So like, this is what you should do. If your kid is shooting or stealing cars, if your kid does Grand Theft Auto, like steals a car, whatever their charge will be, you get double. So they're getting 5 years in prison, or say 3 years in prison, you get 6. If they get 5 years in prison, you get 10. So you will be on their ass. So anything they do, your ass is grass. They're still going to prison. You going to prison by double. So you will be on their ass. There's no question of you saying he a scholar. Fuck you. No, they're going to be on their kid's ass.
Pause.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's like this. Like, this is what I'm saying. If you know that you're going to get severely punished for your kids' wrongdoings, you'll be on your kids so they won't do nothing wrong. You'll be so restrictive on them, they will not do nothing wrong. If he's a scholar, as you claim, he should be sitting in his room like Gohan doing the books. He should not be out gangbanging. Why is he gangbanging? Well, yes and no, but 9 times out of 10, this is happening when they're a teenager, not a kid. This boy's 18. Usually this happens when they're like 15, 14. By 5 years, they're already 18, they're adult, they're on their own. Now, I'm not saying that you're an adult, you know how to work the world after coming out of prison, but you should not be doing stupid shit, and your parents should be on you. But even if they get double, your kid shouldn't be doing nothing, so you should be on their ass anyway. If you know this, it's like knowing that if you go in, it's like let me see an example. It's like this. In this same scenario, if you know that it's a federal law for your kids to be fucking each other, and you know you're gonna go to jail, you wouldn't do it. You would not let them have any opportunity to let that happen. Would you not? Because this is a federal offense, and it doesn't matter how long. And it doesn't matter how long the sentence is. If you know you can be punished, you will stop it instantly. Like, let's just say the punishment was 5 months. Just the fact you got punished, that should be scaring you more than you getting 5 years. Too many young people be like, oh, 5 years? I can do 5 years. When they hear 5 years, they're not hearing their whole life. They're hearing a portion of it. That's what they're hearing. They're not hearing the punishment. That's the problem. We have conditioned them to believe, well, I'm a kid, so they're going to give me like 2 years at max. I can do 2 years. I ain't gonna die in 2 years. I'm not losing my whole life. But if you got 40 years while you're 20, your life is fucking over. That's what I'm saying. So if you're 16 and you do something horrendous and you get 30 years and you're 16, your life is fucked. Instead of saying you're 16 and you get punished, you get 2 years in juvie. What the fuck is that? Especially if you do something heinous. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. You should be scared of the punishment, not how long the punishment is. Because too many people has literally brainwashed themselves saying they can do a certain amount of time because it ain't that long compared to me living. If you put the time as much as they've lived, double the time they live, or at least as much as they live, they will pull themselves together. If right now, Nathaniel, I said to you, you're gonna get 18 years in prison, as long as you've been living, you'll be pissed. Anybody, even if it's, yes, you should think that way. And because if you think that way, you will make sure when you have kids, you will make sure they won't do anything to put themselves at risk at the same time. That's how that whole thinking works. If you make that thinking more like every time, you will put more emphasis on your children, put restriction on them so they won't put themselves in harm's way. That is a good way of thinking. That's the only way of thinking. That's how you keep your kids out of this problem. There's too many kids or too many parents do soft parenting and all that shit. That should be crazy. This is why most of these kids are crazy and stupid and mentally ill.
You know what boggles my mind is that we literally have these people who are homeowners, who quite literally have intellectual capability, like disabilities, not capabilities, disabilities.
Well, no, I'm not saying you should, but like that's up to you. That's a personal wanting. You just shouldn't have to want to have kids. I don't think you should force yourself to have kids, because if you force yourself to have like kids or you can get married, you're gonna hate those kids and you're gonna hate that woman, or you're gonna hate all 3 of them or 2 of them. Depending on how many kids you have, you're gonna hate them both, and then you're gonna find them very irritating. And you might go all Columbine on all of them at one point.
Roads, driving, voting, owning firearms, owning homes, they're reproducing, they're in positions of power, depending on the context. Like, if you can't understand, comprehend, internalize the fact that incest is bad across the board, especially for your own children, why are we even delegating roles that can quite literally impact other people's lives and our societies to people who functionally are no better than toddlers? They're just in adult bodies.
July 1st, 2024, Lieutenant Brett South of the Village Police Department was called to a hospital in Oklahoma by the Department of Human Services after the 18-year-old girl in question had, of course, gave birth. DHS became involved after hospital staff raised concerns while attempting to identify the baby's father.
Right, because that is standard protocol in any hospital for documentation purposes for the birth certificate. Who is the dad? Who's the pappy? This is something they all want to know. And assuming the girl, I don't know how old she is. Well, they said incest with an adult, so we would assume that she's over 18 as well. Or at 18. She probably revealed.
No, I don't think I don't know if they still get arrested if they're both 18 and still had a kid together, but I'm pretty sure she's underage, because if he's 18, I'm pretty sure she's younger than him. If he's right now 18, she's younger than him. Because if that's his sister, they didn't say older sister, they said sister, so 9 times out of 10, that might be his younger sister. If he's 18 and he's being arrested, and they're not arresting her, then 9 times out of 10, she's probably younger than him. She's probably like 16, 17, maybe at max 13, 14. I mean, at lowest, I'm assuming that she's much younger than he is, so...
Whether she intended to do that or not, whether she knew that was a problem or not, that it was her brother.
The teen initially stated that her boyfriend had got her pregnant, but nurses questioned the validity of her account.
Right, who's the boyfriend? Like, where is he? Why is he not here?
Feared she may have been a victim of abuse by a family member. When DHS investigators interviewed her, they received similar answers. They knew that something was amiss, so they requested assistance from the Village Police Department to conduct a more thorough investigation. Upon arriving at hospital on July 1st, Lieutenant South received the same explanation the others had been given. The baby's father was the teen's boyfriend, but just like medical staff and DHS investigators, he suspected she was withholding the truth.
Right, because, most young girls, young women, pregnant, vulnerable, in a hospital, flooded with hormones, they're not going to be able to hold up alive for that long. Good God, just to think that she was likely, I don't know if the brother was abusing her. It could have, whether it was consensual or not between 2 adults, young adults. Doesn't matter to me, it's disgusting, and you've now brought a child into the world who's...
But we're saying adults, I don't think they're adults. He's 18. I think he's the older one. He's the brother. And you're a man, because, they're gonna, let's put it this way, you're a man. Even if, let's say she's the oldest, say she's 19, he's 18. You're a man, they're gonna harshly come after you than her. If anything, they're going to excuse her bullshit somewhere down the line, say she's mentally ill. And you're going to say, you're mentally ill, but you're a man. Somewhere down the line, they're going to make it more you are the problem than she is. So even if she were to want to ask for it or push this upon him, he's going to be seen as the problem. So I'm going to assume, by default, that you're probably the older one out of the 2. Because men have more to lose than women do. Women have really nothing to lose. If anything, they gain more from their bullshit than men gain from any bullshit. Every rare man ever gains from stupid shit. Look at Saikuno. He got very lucky on that bullshit he did. But, you know what I'm saying? He got really lucky. Same thing with Corey Kenshin. Even though he didn't do absolutely nothing wrong, his life would have been totally different if he didn't have a very dedicated enough fan base. Let's just call it what it is. Look at fucking Johnny Depp, right? When she was accused of the shit that was happening to him, the only reason why he got away with his shit is either people liked him just that much, or because the bitch actually admitted that no one's gonna believe him when she got recorded and she said she don't care. She gotta say it anyway because people are gonna believe me over you. When she said that shit, she fucked herself almost instantly. And she knew she was being recorded. That's how dumb she was. Nope, he didn't have to say anything. It was fixed within 2 days. The first accusation came up within the first 24 hours. People were saying shit about Corey. By the next day, everyone was like, nope, didn't happen. The bitch lied. Blah, blah, blah. Her friend came out and said she was lying or something like that or some bullshit. I think it was her family member or friend, some bullshit. And then, bro didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to make a statement. He didn't have to say sorry. He did nothing. Just absolutely nothing. And I'm saying you have to be like being given the grace of God to make it out through something like that. To be accused. Just being accused is enough to ruin your entire life as a man. Plus, Amber heard bright that. Yeah, she brought that on herself. She was dumb as hell. He said, you're being recorded, and I'm going to use this against you. She said, I don't give a fuck. People are going to believe you. People are not going to believe that you beat me up. I did this to myself, and people are not going to believe you. Johnny, I don't care, Johnny. You're going to still go to jail. And no matter what, I'm going to not be in that much trouble as you. If anything, I'm going to get slapped at wrist. You're going to get in trouble. She said that on rip, on camera, on fucking recording. Dumb hoe. Stupid bitch. Stupid motherfucking bitch. Straight up. Woman moment.
It's likely going to have cognitive disabilities, physical disabilities, and
I think that alone would destroy the whole Me Too movement in that one fail swoop. That one video, recording fucked everything for that bitch.
You go down the line, like The Hills Have Eyes, the hillbilly wrong turn type movies, the worse it gets, the more dysgenic it gets. The natural state of reproduction for mammals is to be within a system that promotes genetic diversity, not genetic homogeneity, because that can make you prone to illnesses, diseases, vulnerable to pathogens.
Well, if you're Muslim.
Instead of being accustomed to that specific set of genetic code. And yeah,
Determined to find out what was really happening then, Lieutenant South gently reassured her that she wasn't in trouble and that her baby wouldn't be taken from her. And it was there, after some coaxing, the teen finally revealed some new information. Something truly horrific. She said her dad...
He said, it's like when the villain reveals everything while the hero is broadcasting their right? That's from Full Metal.
66-year-old Nathaniel Molden was the baby's father.
I gotta say, I always find it strange when you have homes like that are just blacked out.
Lieutenant South gently reassured her that she wasn't in trouble and that her baby wouldn't be taken from her. And it was there, after some coaxing, the teen finally revealed some new information. Something truly horrific. She said her dad, 66-year-old Nathaniel Molden, was the baby's father.
I gotta say, I always find it strange.
Oh my god, it got worse. Holy shit, it got worse. Oh my god, wait. So she blamed her brother to take the fall for her horrible, disgusting father. Oh my god. It just keeps getting worse. So she was going to ruin the life of her slow brother to save her more slower father. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wicked. That's witchcraft. That's devil shit, bro.
Of how homes like that are just blacked out.
I need some Jesus.
Oh, dark in the middle of the day. No sunshine whatsoever. I mean, good God, why do people live like sunshine? It's good for you.
The race of the three turtles. You know what's sad? We say the race of the three turtles, but one of the turtles didn't even participate in the race, but he's getting blamed for cheating. That is so sad. You know how sad it is? Do you know how sad it is? Yes, we are living in an evil world. This is why I keep thinking we're living in times of like from Devilman Crybaby, we're slowly turning into demons, slowly, in a metaphorical sense. Holy shit.
But of course, hey, it seems to be some kind of pattern I'm picking up.
When asked how she knew, she further explained that her mother, Tamika Molden, had told her she suspected that to be the case after she had caught Nathaniel leaving her bedroom under suspicious circumstances.
The mom knew! This bitch knew that this disgusting man was... I'm pretty sure that's the stepdad. If anything, that's either the biological dad. I'm gonna say that's the stepdad because usually stepdads be doing this weird shit. That's why I be looking at you women. You be taking you be pregnant, right? And you be taking a dude who'll take you pregnant, who's not the baby's dad. I find that weird as fuck. I understand. Some of you might think I'm being judgmental. I get it. Whatever. Call me what you want. But I find it weird when a dude takes a pregnant woman, knowing she's currently pregnant, to be his girlfriend. I'm like, bro, you're taking advantage of a situation. Not literal. Sorry guys, I'm not getting double triggers. Dang, math is confusing. I agree with you. I think something's wrong with that. I think you're taking advantage of something that you shouldn't, because the only reason why let's be honest, if she was not pregnant, would she still fuck you the same? Probably not. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if she was not pregnant and she was not in the situation she was, trying to figure out this whole baby thing by herself, and you came and simp for her for the way you did, do you think she'll fuck you the same way or even give you the same attention as if you wasn't? Let's call it, right? The math ain't mathin', right? Yep.
Months before the birth. Tamika later told Lieutenant...
What? Leaving the bedroom under suspicious circumstances? What do we mean? What kind of circumstances are we talking about? Like, you know? Like,
that she had not reported the matter to law enforcement because she wanted to wait until the child was born. That way a DNA test could be conducted to confirm if Nathaniel was indeed the father. As horrifying as the revelation was, ultimately, it wasn't the truth. According to police, Nathaniel never had any sexual relations with his daughter. She had simply gone along with Tamika's story, given her intellectual disability.
Excuse me? Wait, what? Wait, what?
It wasn't the truth. According to police, Nathaniel never had any sexual relations with his daughter. She had simply gone along with Tamika's story, given her intellectual disability. The police understood why she did so. So, who was the father then? Well, the answer to that...
Well, listen, it could have... just because she wasn't...
God. What? I'm so confused. Who's lying? Well, we know the girl's lying, but like, who's... Someone's always sleeping with the slow bitch and don't want to claim it. That's crazy. You're all trying to have a relationship with the slow girl, but don't want to... You guys want to... Man, y'all are horrible. You guys will sleep and smash the slow chick, but don't claim her baby. That's crazy. Yeah, we gotta know.
Pregnant by the dad doesn't mean they didn't, that wasn't a thing. It just so happened to be the brother who finally made the home run, shot up the club, and outcompeted his dad's genetic material. Just saying this is disgusting.
That is just as horrifying. As you already
So wait. Okay, as you already know.
know, it was her 19-year-old brother, Nathaniel Molden Jr. During a subsequent interview, Nathaniel Jr. admitted to having sexual relations with his sister, and on one occasion in the past, the pair had been caught by their parents and had been spanked as punishment. A direct contradiction to his mother's testimony.
Right, because she lied, obviously. She was even trying to lie in the squad car.
Maintained she was unaware of any relations between the children. Junior would also tell detectives that, although they had a sexual relationship in the past, the last time they had intercourse was around 2 years before the pregnancy, when both were minors. Investigators later determined he wasn't being truthful, as the DNA results showed a 99% match to him. All three were also—
God, they kept it.
God damn. Yeah, you're not wrong. They all need to be dropped to Mount Fuji. This is crazy, bro. So wait, let me get this straight. The mom, okay. I'm confused. So the mom is saying that she saw the dad leave the room many times, or was that a lie? Did the dad run with what the daughter said just because she was mentally ill? Yeah, this is weird. This is disgusting. And you know what? And the sad thing here, because they're mentally unsound, you can't tell if they're lying or they're just making up stuff on the, like, you don't know if they're lying or telling the truth. And it's not because they're liars. It's just like you don't know if they're being intellectually being honest with you. Jesus.
And the family quite literally kept it in the family. And I knew
That's
the
what
parents
happens
knew.
in these incest things. Most times they know. 90% of the time they know that there's something going on. You'd be surprised. 90% of the time that's what be happening in these horrible families. Yes. And people like make it into like it's a white person thing or something. They all like to make it into like, oh, white people do that or black people don't do this. No, a lot of races do this. It's not just one particular race who does this. They may be known for that the most, but then again, it's not just them. It happens amongst black people. It happens amongst whites. It happens amongst Native Americans. It happens around Asians, especially Asians. I'll be looking at you Asians, both South and East Asians. I'll be looking at y'all be fucked. Anyway, the point is like, it happens in all races, and not just the South either, but like it happens in all, everywhere. It's just people don't want to admit it because it's such a horrific thing to do because it is, and you're ruining the lives of not only everyone associated, but the people who are involved and that baby or babies. You know what I'm saying? You're making them dumb on default, almost instantly. That is not fair to that kid. You're intellectually dwarfing them by default, and then they may have webbed fingers and feet and all that crap and a bunch of disabilities and problems. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. Laws in Alabama, heard you could marry. Yes, you can get. Yeah. In some states you can get married to 17 some states, and I think there's 1 or 2 states that allow you to marry your cousin. And now because of the whole like yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. Right? Going debuffs, right?
About this because it's quite hard for two individuals, male and female, who are sexually active to be this discreet about this behavior within close proximity, especially if they're young. I mean, let's be honest here.
Charged for their roles in the case. Nathaniel Sr. and Tamika were charged with child neglect, while Nathaniel Jr. was charged with incest. They all initially pleaded not guilty, but their stances changed as the court proceedings progressed.
What about the sister? Is she not going to be charged? Because I mean, unless she
Again, no, they're not gonna charge her. No, they're not gonna charge her. I said this. They're not. I bet you if anything, they might give her one thing for not like even come forth or some shit. Let me see. Let's see here. Can't erase those. Yep. Like they're not gonna charge the chick because 1, she's the one giving birth. 2, she's probably the youngest one out of being the victim. 3, she's a girl, and then 4, she's mentally unsound, and then 5, like there was no parent to oversight her or come to, per se. So she's ultimately the victim, but the real victim is that baby. She's a fake victim. The baby's the real victim. Everyone else outside that is some type of perpetrator, neglectful individual, which is true. But then again, she could have said something, but she didn't. She only said something because it only got to this point. I don't know. But she knows what a boyfriend is, so I don't think she's that stupid, right? She knows what a boyfriend is. She knows how to lie, but she don't know, like, if you fuck, you can get pregnant. Come on, bro. All the... See? The more reasons to arrest them. Yep. I think they all should be charged, even the girl. I said this. She's not going to get charged, if ever rarely. They're going to see her as a victim, and she's a chick, and she's mentally ill. So, right? I watched that kid. Holy hell.
was being, forced within all this, then that changes the dynamic. She was all, a participant within this as well.
In December 2024, shortly after his arrest, Nathaniel Jr. pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Then came Tamika in March
They know how to screw around. They've been doing it for a while, but she doesn't know about... Come on, man. Come on.
of 2026, she pleaded no contest and received a 7-year deferred sentence. Essentially, she was placed on strict probation, which was oversaw by the Department of Corrections.
See? They put her on probation. That's it. That's it. She's not going to no jail. She's not going to prison. She's not getting charged. She get probation. All she needs to do is just go to the thing every day and say she didn't do this. That's a good question.
Violations of the conditions put in place will result in her serving the full remaining time in jail. And finally, in May 2026, Nathaniel Sr. pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Wow. So they all got under a decade in prison. Disgusting. Not the charges.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
Oversaw by the Department of Corrections. Any violations of the conditions put in place will result in her serving the full remaining time in jail. And finally, in May 2026, Nathaniel Sr. pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Wow. So they all got under a decade in prison. Disgusting. Not the charges, not the time they got, but just everything involved. Horrible. And apparently the daughter was disabled. Okay. So that means, okay, I understand.
The fact that the father was also under suspicion of abusing his disabled daughter is horrific. Then the brother to have been abusing her too. It just shows how her life was living under these monsters' care. The mother doesn't deserve custody back. The mother knew. Wait, why are you calling them to a monster but not her? All of them deserve to rot. Yeah, okay, that's fair. They all deserve to rot, yes.
And why she was in charge now, because yeah, disabled people in these contexts,
I
they quite.
gotta stop saying because you disabled X, Y, Z. If you try to fuck, you're not that disabled. Dead ass. If you try to fuck, you know what fucking is? You have that basic need to fuck. You ain't that stupid. Come on. Like, make that make sense. You try to fuck, you can't be all that stupid. Like, Jesus.
Depending on how disabled they are, they don't know what they're doing. But yeah, someone said the fact that the father was also under suspicion of abusing his disabled daughter is horrific. Then for the brother to have been abusing her too, it just shows how her life was living under these monsters' care. The mother doesn't deserve custody back. All of them deserve to rot. So yeah, daughter was disabled. She may have been quite literally unable to understand what was happening. Disabled people, they cannot consent under the law, I believe, depending on the severity of their disabilities.
Oh,
so
plus
yeah.
she was probably a minor too. So like, there's that. I forgot to mention.
Someone said the whole house slower than rush hour on the 95 in Miami just pissed me right off.
Oh my god. The whole house slower than rush hour on a 95 in Miami just pisses me off. Hey, what's up,
Honestly, like I knew they were guilty in the beginning. I knew it. Another one said the backseat conversation was 3 brain cells fighting for 4th place. His final comment said, honestly, like I knew they were guilty in the beginning. I knew it. Another one said,
He said the backseat conversation was 3 brain cells fighting for 4th place. Oh my god.
the backseat conversation was 3 brain cells fighting for 4th
I love how his picture is a picture of Joe Biden. That makes it even more funnier.
place. This final comment said there was generations of intellectual disability here and other family members preying on it. Yeah, this is definitely a horror movie.
And the sad thing about this, usually the abuse don't stop where it gets worse. With other family members and stuff, you'd be surprised how much that actually happens. Like once it starts happening between the father, the brother, it starts happening with cousins and uncles. That should be weird. Shit, disgusting as hell. It's disgusting. It is disgusting, bro. Disgusting. Disgusting. Anyway, guys, for those who watch this one's gonna be pretty long. I'm not even gonna pretend. This one's gonna be a long one. So, with that said, what do you guys think about this video? Was this insane? Do these people deserve to rot in hell? Does the girl deserve to be in jail, even though she was not technically too slow not to know? What do you think? So, yeah, they did. 50%, 50-50, 50-50. I don't know. They 50-50 that, and then the spinner picked that. Anyway, so with that said, if you guys agree with what I said, do you think I was too harsh on my criticism on this video towards these people, or was it justified in the right way? Do you think I was going too far? Do you think it's too radical? It is? Do you think so? So with that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, and comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys learned something from this. Don't have sex with people willy-nilly. Don't do that. You should have sex with people you get married to. It's like more guaranteed not bad things will happen. But like, and don't have relations with your family. That's disgusting, you devil. Get some God in you. Anyway, so with that said, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for coming in. I do appreciate every last one of you. I'm going to end the stream. I think we're done for today. It's 11:03. I don't think I'm going to be on tomorrow because I got to edit these videos, and I don't know how long that's going to take because there's going to be a lot of videos I have to edit this video, and then the other 2 videos that we did, and I have to edit the Brekeke X videos. So I may not be on tomorrow. So yeah, always got a background check. Oof, I missed the Alabama comment. Yeah, you missed it, bud. Sorry about that. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, later, guys. Stay safe. Love y'all. God bless. All right, I'm out, guys.